How we doing, Portland? Oh my gosh, I'm here from Seattle, and I love coming down to Portland. I feel like y'all's allyship goes so much harder here. Here's why. Because in Seattle, you know, people will put out their Black Lives Matter sign, you know, science is real, yada, 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 yada. I came to Portland, and I see a fence painted on, and it says, Black Lives Matter every day and every night. And I was like, thanks for the white tepid applause there. That was, y'all are like, yeah, we're doing it. I was just like, you're like, that's my house, actually. I was just like taking no days off on their allyship. I was also just like, where did that come from? Was there a moment where you're like, Black Lives Matter, but it's like, if we don't specify the time, when will people know that Black Lives Matter, you know? I don't know, I just think it's funny. I'm going through a transitional period right now. I was one of those people who shaved their head during the pandemic. I didn't know how fast I was gonna have to run, so I took all my hair off. You know, just want to be ready for anything. And I'm growing it back out right now, and I know my hair is giving auntie who brings their best friend to Thanksgiving every year. I look like I work at a nonprofit. It's giving non-binary Frederick Douglass. You know? That's what I'm giving. That's what I'm serving right now. Y'all laughed a little too hard at that. Just a little. No, it's okay that my hair looks like this because it actually goes with my reputation. I have a reputation to protect. People assume that I read books. I just have that look about me, you know? When really the only thing I read is subtitles. Someone could have a slight country accent, and I'm like, we better turn these on. I can't hear without my subtitles. No, I have what you call resting intellectual face. It's true, I know I do. And I know I have this because someone actually came up to me once, and they said, Alyssa, you look tired today. And usually, you look like you're ready to smash the patriarchy. And I was like, really? Because in my head, I'm just thinking, can Glee have a comeback? There's not much going on up here. I am a dumb person. It was the year 2020 when I realized that the word viola wasn't just a cute nickname for violin. Some of you are learning that right now. Dumb people unite. No, I think I'm dumb because they taught us a lot of trivial shit in school, right? They didn't teach us the right things. I don't know how many of you are using the Dewey Decimal System now, but it hasn't come up a lot in my adult life. I don't know if we have any millennials in the house who remember that parachute game in PE class. Yes. Right? Never have I been at an adult party and someone's like, look what I brought. Let's spin. Just hasn't come up. What they should have done is they should have sat us down in the 7th grade and been like, here's how to do your taxes, right? And then they should have sat us down in the 9th grade and been like, here's how to raise chickens and not end up in toxic relationships. They didn't do any of that, and now I can't spell necessarily. And I blame the system. What else about me? I used to watch a lot of porn. I don't watch porn anymore. I was watching so much porn that I would see the word compilation out of context and I'd be taken aback. Someone just trying to send me a nice YouTube video and I'm like, should I open this here? I don't know. But to be honest, I stopped watching porn because I had a pretty scary moment. I was scrolling through pornography.org. That's the nonprofit I work for. I was scrolling through pornography.org and I see this porn title and it says, Big Titty Black Girl Has a Fun Time. And I was like, oh shit, did someone get a video of me putting together an IKEA bookshelf without instructions? Luckily, it was a different big titty black girl, but it was a close enough call that I was like, I gotta call it quits, you know? I'm off the sauce. What else about me? I I also think I'm dumb. I want to talk about this a little bit more. I also think I'm dumb because I grew up in church and I wasn't learning the right things in church. I did grow up in church, so I know a lot of women who are selling essential oils now. But whenever I was a little girl down in church, they actually used to tell us to think of Jesus as our boyfriend. Yeah, this was in Texas, just to clarify. He's supposed to keep you chaste, supposed to keep you a virgin. But you were supposed to let Jesus into your life, right? And then it got weird when you and Jesus were having anal because it didn't count. I snuck that one in there on y'all, sorry. Much like anal, I just snuck it in. Y'all were feeling loose tonight, ready to go, so. Okay, we'll get off that now. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about? I recently got engaged, which is exciting. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It's cool. Being engaged is a wild ride, right? Like, we actually just moved in together about 1.5 years ago, which was really exciting. But I want to tell y'all this. Whenever you move in with someone that you love, you realize that other people actually do everything else wrong. That's what happens. You're like, wow, I didn't know you could breathe so loudly during a movie, you know? I didn't know chips were so crunchy. I don't understand how when you walk out of the bathroom, the sink is wet, but somehow you're still dry. You know? Didn't know you could load the dishwasher like a psychopath. All right? We're not putting bowls on top. What's wrong here? What's wrong? It's designed that way. It just doesn't make any sense. I will say this, living together is really fun, but it has severely messed with my masturbation schedule. Living together has messed with my masturbation schedule. I can't masturbate as freely anymore to diners, drive-ins, and dives. I can't flick the bean to Triple D. So I've had to get creative with my masturbation because I can't do it spontaneously or just like out in the open anymore. You know, you don't want to do it in the bed that you share, you know, when they're in the house. It's like, you don't know if they're going to walk in. You're going to have that response like your mom just walks in like, oh my God, you know, like, what are you doing here? I know I heard there was a lot of couples in here, so don't play games with me right now, okay? You don't tighten up on me. But and since I can't masturbate to cooking shows anymore, which is my favorite thing to do, I've decided to treat my masturbation like a cooking show. And specifically, that cooking show is Chopped. So what I do is I give myself 3 variables and a time limit. What that looks like, you might ask? Well, it looks like this. It's like, okay, Alyssa, you can only use your hand. That memory from 2015, and for some reason, you're in the garage. You have 10 minutes. Clock starts now. Come every time. I come every time. No, I did get engaged to a white man. Thank you for the moment of silence. Appreciate your thoughts and prayers on that. And he's so white that once his mom actually referred to me as his special friend. Yeah, like we were just 2 gay men living together in the 80s. No, he is white, so he's confident at acquiring property. That's one of the things white men are good at. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. But it's like that, boats, hockey, insider trading, things like that. But he looked at me one day and he was like, Alyssa, we should buy a house. And I was like, you should let me peg you. If you don't know what that is, please don't look it up now. You're gonna want to be at home for that one. Sitting down. It is great. I am grappling with the fact, though, that I'm marrying into an NPR white family. Yeah, NPR whites. Not to get confused with Whole Food whites. Whole Food whites are different. They're the ones who brought us oat milk, almond milk, all the alternative milks. We are thankful for them in the lactose intolerant community. I'm all about the Whole Food whites. Solidarity there. But NPR white, to paint a picture, when me and my fiance got together, they took down their Black Lives Matter sign and just replaced it with a photo of us in their front yard for everyone to see. That is a joke. That didn't really happen. So I saw some terrified looks because we're in Portland and y'all care every day and every night. All right? Every day and every night. I am learning a lot about white people, though. The first thing I'm learning about white people is that they love fucking soup, okay? White people love soup. And you're like, Alyssa, all cultures love soup, but white people will eat a chowder in the summer, okay? And that's what I'm talking about when I say white people love soup. The other thing I'm learning, that I've loved learning, this is my favorite thing about white people, it's actually the way they use the word interesting. And here's the reason why. Because white people actually use the word interesting completely wrong. Because what they really mean when they say interesting is bad. So if Karen's ever come up to you and been like, interesting haircut, you need to be like, fuck you, Karen. Go work on your marriage, and leave me out of this, you know? I do have a couple of white girl problems, though. I do have a couple of white girl problems. Truth be told, I was raised by a white woman. And my white girl problems are this. One is that I turn into a total girl boss whenever I text. All right? Y'all see me up here, cool, collected. Text, it's exclamations, it's emojis. It's like, are we having an emergency, you know? That, and I'm anemic. So those are my white girl problems. My low iron, my texting. Okay, that one was new. I was just trying that out on y'all. I saw some white girls in the room, so I was like, let me bond, you know? Let me bond with my sorority sisters. I will say this. There are some moments that I love racism. I want to talk about this for a quick second. And I love racism when, although the comment the person may be saying is racist, it's outweighed by the compliment that I feel like I'm receiving at the time. And this is a perfect example and a true story. I'm walking through my neighborhood one day, doing my thing, and this white woman stops me in the crosswalk. She grabs me by the arm, and she's like, oh my God, are you a Black Italian? And I was like, what? And then I was like, what? Ciao, bitch. All right, you guys have been great. I've been Alyssa.